Alright, Courtney, let me just show you how I made this. So we're just going to start by drawing a circle. Actually, I think I want to put a point down so I can keep this thing horizontal. And then I want to construct a parallel line to the x-axis. And then I'm just going to drop a point somewhere on the line and make a circle. I don't need to see this, so I'm going to hide that line. And basically what I want to do is just take this circle and rotate this point around the circle. So I don't actually need this. I don't need to see the coordinate grid. So what I want to do first is go up to Edit and Preferences, and I'm going to click on Units, and mine's already set, but I want to change the angle to radians. And then what I can do is just double click on the center to mark it as the center of my rotation. I'll select this point and I'll do a transform, translate, and sorry, not translate. I want to do transform, rotate, and I want to rotate it by 1 radian. And then I'm just gonna, that point then is highlighted still, it's still selected, so I'm gonna go, and the center is still the center, it's the center of my rotation. So now if I go to transform, I can just say rotate again, and it'll rotate that again. It's set to be 1 radian this time. I say rotate, and so I'm just gonna keep doing that to walk around the circle. And once I get all 6 of those, then what I need to do is click on the ray tool, and I think it needs to be the ray tool. I'm going to go out from the center to each of those the radian indicators that we've made. And then this part will be a little bit goofy after this, so what we'll need to do now is sorry, I'm trying to think at the same time. We want to actually get rid of these points now, and we're going to put them back as intersections between the arc. So I'm going to say, let's just click on the point tool, do Command All, and then we'll unselect the ones we want to stay. So I want that to stay, and I want that to stay, and I'll say hide. And now we're going to build an arc, just like we did before. So I'm going to put a point somewhere on the circle, and then I'm going to say I need this point, the circle, and this end point, and say construct arc on circle. So now what we're going to do is just imagine spinning this around the circle, and as we do, we want those points, those radians, to turn on. And so as I come across, I'm just going to keep defining these things as intersections. So for now, to make our lives a little bit easier, I'm going to select that circle, I'm going to make an action button, I'm going to have a hide show for that circle. Otherwise I keep selecting it and it's really annoying. So now what I want to do is select the arc and that radial, and I want to say construct the intersection. And then I'm going to do it again over here. I'm going to say construct intersection, and I'm just going to keep doing that till I get all the way around the circle. So now that I've got all those done, I can watch and they just appear as I move around. So that's good. Then I just want to do a couple more things to clean this up. I really do want the circle to show, so I'm going to turn that back on. And then I don't need these radials that are coming out from the center, so I'm going to hide those. And then the only other thing that I need to do is select all these points and relabel them. So I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to do Command K to label them, and then I'm just going to double click on each one and change their names to correspond to the radian measure. And I suppose I should label this one as 0. Oh, so I'm going to make that a K and make it a 0. And that should be it. You might want to add a perpendicular and a horizontal line so that you can sort of have some frame of reference. So I could put in a line here connecting the center and 0, and then I could just double click on this center and rotate that by 90 degrees or pi. If you just type a P, it should give you a pi over 2. And then I'd like to change those to be different line style, thin and black. Okay, I hope that does what you were wanting it to do. Let me know if you've got other questions.